Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a weekly reading for you guys this week. General reading using the mythic tarot cards, so stories from the Greek myths. So what can we get for Scorpio? Let's get straight into it, shall we? What have we got for you guys this week? Ooh. The Narcissus, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a major arcana, so it's coming in a lot stronger next to the Page of Cups. The Hierophant is asking for answers. It's looking for answers. This is Chiron. He's a centaur, and he's a teacher, a wise counsel. He's also the wounded healer. So he's basically looking for answers. And the fact that he's wounded brings me to the Page of Cups. Now, this is Narcissus. And what I get with this card, the Narcissus, it's a double-edged thing, okay? And double-edged message I'm getting. Both messages, the shadow and the light side of this card, I'm getting for you guys. So the Page of Cups can mean, and we're talking about the wound, okay? Our focus is on this wound for you guys, Scorpio, that you're trying to find answers to. It could relate to a narcissist in your life who's manipulating and not treating you well. Now, interestingly, the lesson of having a narcissist in your life is learning self-love, because that's kind of what the narcissist does in your life. They chip away in a very manipulative way at your own self-worth, your own feelings of confidence and self-love. And that's exactly what's happening here. So, and I feel like you're at the stage where you're kind of confused and you're looking for answers. And so whoever this narcissist is in your life, or if it's someone that's in the past, but it feels like somebody who's made you feel very confused, made you feel like I'm just getting this element of confusion. They've suppressed you, okay? They've kind of almost tried to insert a belief into you that you are lesser than, that you're not good enough. And kind of they've manipulated into you for their own control, their own means, into kind of believing that and to keeping you down. But what I'm really drawn to in the Hierophant is the light. There's a part of you that's wanting to get out of that, to escape from that, and to get the clear answers, because the narcissist's great weapon is chaos and confusion, gaslighting. So what I'm really drawn to here in this card of the Narcissus, this is the story of Narcissus, the beautiful youth who could never actually see what he looked like clearly. He never actually knew what he looked like. He finally saw himself clearly, and he fell in love with his own reflection. And that's what I'm getting. If you're not actually dealing with a narcissist, I'm just getting that you're not seeing yourself clearly. And something is stopping you from being able to see that and to be able to see a very clear reflection of who you are. And that blockage, whatever that is, it's like a veil, it's like a mist that's related to self-love, to liking what you see, to loving yourself, to being able to accept aspects of yourself, to think positively about yourself. So now I'm getting that the narcissist could actually be, I've all along I've been getting it could be related to parents as well. It could be related to a boss or someone in your life that is a typical narcissist. It just, whoever this is, whether they're a narcissist or not, they're having this effect. They've got the veil, they're creating confusion, they've inserted this kind of belief that you've taken on. But right now, I feel like you're questioning that. You're asking for clarity. You're wanting to find answers. It's wanting to see what is actually the truth, what is being reflected back to you, because what you're getting from someone else is not the truth. And so you need to kind of look and find the answers within for yourself. Or the other message of the Hierophant I just got is to seek wise counsel from somebody else. So whether that's a spiritual healer, a priest, a psychologist, just to trust someone that you trust, that you know is going to give you good advice. I feel like that would be very, very helpful. And that advice, helpful advice externally, is also within yourself, internally. So here we go, the Eight of Cups. This is Psyche. Now, This is the Cups, which is about an emotional journey, and we've had the Page of Cups, which is also an emotional journey. So we're on this journey, and what's happening is that she's going into the underworld. She's going for a deep dive, deep within into her emotions. And the underworld can represent the subconscious, and that's why I'm saying this is a belief that you've taken on. But are you sure it's really the truth, this belief? This could be something as basic as looking at yourself in the mirror and just not liking how your body looks, or thinking, oh, I'm always the funny one. I'm not the one someone falls in love with. Like, oh, look at my man boobs kind of thing. So, and making a joke about yourself, but thinking that you're lesser than for some reason. Like that's that negative self-thought, rather than looking at yourself and going, oh, hi, in the mirror, looking in the mirror. Actually, what I want you to do is what I'm getting is stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself. And what immediately, you don't have to think anything, just observe what thoughts come back. Is it positive? Is it negative? And then think about how many positive things you can think about yourself. How many wonderful things, qualities are there within yourself? And this Eight of Cups is a journey deep down into that subconscious, into those deep beliefs, into the unknown, into those things that have been subterranean and kept down. And because it's in the moon energy is all about the subconscious, but it also can bring confusion. And that's why I feel like there's confusion around this. Someone has created confusion. And they're telling you one thing and you're not sure if it's true because you kind of half think something else. And yeah, it's confusing. So the Three of Wands is basically, I feel like the Wands is very much the fire energy, your drive and your passion. It's getting your drive and your passion back, things that you feel good about, things that make you feel good about yourself, things that you love, things that you want to do. Have you lost that? Have you lost looking at yourself and thinking, I want to look good, or is it that I want to be doing this, or all those sort of things. And I feel like with the threes, it's an initial success with that. So it's been able to go down that deep journey into the eights, into the almost a hopeless journey into the unknown, but looking deep down into yourself, into those belief systems, and coming out and starting to feel good about yourself again. Starting to go, well, I used to like doing this. I'm going to do it again. Why did I give up on myself with that? Why am I... Those sort of things coming out. So, interesting journey. And here we are, the fire energy again with the Knight of Wands. So, again, you've found your fire, your passion again, your drive, what makes you tick. And the Knight of Wands is really about conquering. I just got conquering fears. So, because see how the Knight has basically slain this beast, this mythical beast, and it's interesting that it's a mythical beast because that's exactly what those belief systems are. Mythical, they're not true. Beasts, they're not good for you, okay? They're not helping you. They're not serving your higher good. So this Knight of Wands is slaying those mythical beasts. So it's really, really positive so far. And basically with the Four of Swords, swords is the element of air, it's the element of thoughts. And the story with this card is basically take some time out to detach from the situation, to contemplate, to find that quietness, to be able to find the answers within. And that's what we're getting with the Hierophant as well before, is that the answers are actually within you. The answers are there. So whoever the person is, this narcissist, you just need to physically detach from that person. So physically move away from them, or just detach from those thought patterns or beliefs. But the Four of Swords is definitely, however you can do this, whether it's meditation, contemplation, sitting in a park, going for a walk, listening to a piece of music that inspires you, having a positive effect, whatever that is for you, that's what the Four of Swords is calling for you to do. And here we have the Two of Swords. So we've gone from the 4 to the 2. And so what might happen is that it could bring up these two voices in your head, and it's conflict, not wanting to hear the conflict, not wanting to hear the two sides, the two voices. And that could be related to the other person as well. Like the other person, I'm just really drawn to that female's face. She's angry. So if this is related to a real narcissist, they're going to be angry that you're actually making a dash for freedom. You're actually that you're actually like questioning the beliefs that they want you to believe. But it's also, this is what's going to happen, is that those beliefs, whether this is a real person or not, those beliefs are going to raise their ugly head. They've been there for so long, they're not going to be happy about the fact that you're trying to move on from them. So they're going to just keep trying to like push back at you and go, no, I was right. Don't bring this new belief in. I was right. You can't leave me. And so it's going to create a bit of it can bring, this process naturally can bring up this kind of conflict. And that's just what you need to know, is it's just a normal process. And here we have the Hanged Man. So what I'm getting with this is kind of punishment and retribution. So it's this sense of, are you going to try and go back to those old belief systems that kind of almost feel like a punishment, that feel like, how dare I even thought that I could do that? How dare I thought that I deserved that? And go back to punishing yourself, or that other person, the narcissist in your life, kind of doesn't like the fact, so they want to bind you to them again. They don't like the fact that you're kind of detaching, and so they want to hang you up to dry, to scapegoat you, to kind of hang you out to dry and bind you to them again, and to be the victim. This is all about the victim card, the Hanged Man. Are you going to go back into victim mentality, victim mode? You might be a victim of somebody else. They might kind of not like the fact that you were trying to be free from that and trying to kind of clamp down again. Or is it victim to your own thoughts, or victim to victim mentality? But I'm getting that element from this card, the Hanged Man. So I'm going to pull one last card for you guys. Actually, I'm going to pull two cards I just got from the soul cards, the message from above, the divine energies, the source energies, whatever it is that you would like to call it, about this process. Okay, Scorpio, and see what sort of wisdom that we can get. What can we get for Scorpio? Just to get a bit more clarity, because I don't like to end on that note of the victim mentality. So what can we get for Scorpio? I just think it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get through this, but it's going to be so worth it for you guys, Scorpio, okay? And yeah, so we've got Hades here in the Death card. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So this is all about transformational change, okay? And the Five of Cups is something, there's a loss that comes with this change, okay? And whether it's you're leaving this person that's kind of caused these feelings and beliefs, or whether it's leaving that aspect of yourself, but there's a loss. There's a sense of loss that comes with this transformation. And interestingly, the Death card, these flowers in the Narcissist, I'll put it next to Death actually. These flowers are called the Narcissist flowers. These are the flowers that these guys are offering up to Hades, Lord of the Underworld. Now, Death is all about huge change, transformation. They're offering up this self-love to you. This part of yourself, a smaller part of yourself. And see how they're much smaller than Hades, okay? So it's kind of like saying that this process is bigger than you. This is bigger than you. That the process of self-love is something you can offer yourself. But in terms of a soul level, it's actually happening on a bigger level. It's actually bigger than you. Like that soul part of you is bringing this change in for you. That's the information I'm getting. And with the Five of Cups, they're saying, yes, there will be a loss with this, but it's a necessary loss. There will be a sense of loss. But the important thing about on an emotional level, but because we've got the cups that have fallen over there, so you've put a lot of emotional energy into this relationship with this person, okay? And you've put a lot of emotional energy into this relationship with yourself and those belief systems. And we can see Eros here fleeing. Someone's fleeing and leaving the situation. And there's a sense of almost betrayal with that. But the important thing is that there's one cup standing. It's not all gone. It might feel like that during this process, but this process is bringing something even greater than that. And so that's what the soul just wants you to understand, that this is a process of transformation for you, and with that will come loss for things that are not serving you. But it's bigger than you. The soul's saying it's much bigger than you. And so this is a very beautiful journey into self-love and challenging those belief systems. And so there's a big opportunity for that this week, Scorpio. So I hope that this makes sense for you guys. And if you would like to hear more, I will be uploading these at the same time each week. So please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Otherwise, take care. And I really hope you can look in the mirror and see just how wonderful you really are. So on that note, please take care, have a great week, and hope to see you next time. Bye.